Hi, welcome back. Sophie here, and today I'm going to take you through a nice, slow, and restorative 20-minute flow. If you're following along with the challenge, this is saying goodnight to the sun, day 19 of our 20-day challenge. So if you've made it this far, well done to you. Now, for this flow, I have a nice big pillow with me. If you want to grab one, I'll give you a few moments to go and get that, or if you have a bolster, that would also work brilliantly. We're going to start today's class in a Supta Baddha. So we're going to come to lie down on our backs. And if you've chosen to move along with the playlist, we're going to hit play together in 3, 2, 1. So perhaps just bringing those soles of the feet together, letting those knees fall out wide. Perhaps palms facing the sky as we use these first few moments to arrive. To really notice how you're feeling today. An invitation, an offering to take one hand to the belly, one hand to the chest as we start to take some deep clearing breaths. Together we inhale through the nose and then sigh it out through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose and then really sigh it out through the mouth. Finally, the deepest breath you've taken all day, inhaling through the nose. And then really sigh it out. Beginning to feel the rise and the fall of your belly now as you find the regular rhythm of your own breath. And as we breathe here, perhaps you want to start to welcome in an intention for our practice together today. So perhaps just focusing on one word, maybe a mantra, something positive you can carry with you into the rest of your day, your evening, your week. When you're ready, we'll release that bind. Draw the hands to the outer edges of those knees. Squeeze your knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around. Give yourself a nice big hug. So maybe rocking a little from side to side. Beginning to welcome in some subtle movements as you massage the lower spine. And then together we'll take one hand to each knee. Draw those knees in towards the chest and then move them outwards in opposite directions here. So drawing these nice big circles with the knees, really opening out into those hips. Perhaps taking those circles in the opposite direction now. And maybe you've been sitting at your desk a lot this week. Maybe this is the first time you're moving your body today. So just be kind, be gentle, go at your own pace. In no rush. We're going to release the bind on those knees, let the feet find the earth. Give those hips a little wiggle, reset the spine. And we're going to inhale, right leg rises high to the sky here. On your exhale, deeply bend that right knee in towards the right armpit. Take hold of the outer edge of the foot, calf, or ankle, arriving in a half happy baby. Now, option to stay here, option to extend that left leg, take this a little bit deeper, really opening out into that right hip. Beginning to send your breath to create lots of space here. As you feel your body supported by that unmoving ground beneath you. Trying to soften a little further with every exhale. We're here for one more breath. Together we release that bind. Squeeze that right knee in towards the right armpit. Give it a little hug, a little wiggle. And then on your next exhale, we're going to draw right knee over to the left-hand side. Shuffle left hip underneath the body. Rotate from the center of the spine here. So you can always bring that pillow to support underneath that right knee, taking a supported supine twist. Gaze is in the opposite direction to that knee, so towards the right arm. And you want to softly feel those shoulder blades melting into the earth here. We're here for 2 more breaths. Final inhale. Exhale, we're going to draw those knees back to center. Wrap your arms around. Give yourself a nice big hug. Just reset that spine. Wiggle a little from left to right. And then together we're going to release those feet to the earth, coming onto the opposite side. So inhale, left leg rises high. On your exhale, deeply bend that left knee in towards that left armpit, left hand to the outer edge of the foot, the calf, or the ankle as you arrive in your half happy baby. Option to stay here, option to extend that right leg, really opening out into those hips. The breaths remain audible and even here. Final deep breath, we inhale. Exhale, release that bind, but squeeze that left knee in towards the left armpit. Give it a hug, give it a wiggle, really feeling into that hip space. On your next exhale, we're going to draw that left knee over to the right-hand side. Shuffle right hip underneath the body. Remember, you can bring that cushion over again, coming into that supported twist. Pressing down through both shoulder blades as you rotate softly through the center of the spine here. And beginning this soft and stretchy practice with these lovely deep breaths is just going to help to facilitate a little bit more space to breathe. Final inhale here. On your exhale, draw those knees back to center. Once again, give yourself a little hug. Wrap those arms around. Give yourself a little wiggle. And then hands come to the back of the thighs. We're just going to take some slow rocks up and down our mat. Building a little bit of momentum as you massage into the lower spine. Eventually we'll come to cross those feet. Come to meet in a seated position at the top of your mat. Now you can sit on your pillow here. Just give those hips a little bit of extra support. Rolling the shoulders up, back and down as we root down through the sit bones. We're going to begin to take some little soft stretches into the neck. So I'm going to mirror you. We're going to tilt our head to the right hand side. Extend those left fingertips, maybe creep them along the floor. We're going to inhale, right arm rises high to the sky. And then exhale, take that right arm over that left ear. So we're feeling that lovely deep stretch into the side of the neck, down that left arm. So I'm mirroring you here. Maybe you want to soften the gaze, maybe close down those eyes. Final inhale. Exhale, release the bind. Draw the head back through neutral. Maybe give those shoulders a little wiggle. Release the hands. And then coming over to the opposite side, we're going to tilt that left ear to the left shoulder. Inhale, left arm rises high to the sky. Exhale, hook that arm over the ear, extending right fingertips this time. So feeling that lovely deep stretch down the side of the neck on the right hand side. You can really extend those right fingertips. Feel that stretch, elongate, feel it grow. Maybe experiencing some sensations of tingling as you breathe into a little bit of new space. Final inhale here. Exhale, release the bind. Once again, bring the head back to neutral. Give those shoulders a little shake. Maybe slightly shake out those arms. We're going to inhale, rise those arms high towards the sky. Lift and lengthen. Grow a little taller. And then exhale, take a forward fold. So creeping those fingertips along the floor, forehead towards the earth. Bowing the chin towards the chest as you surrender towards the earth. Deep breath here. We inhale. Exhale, release. Pat the hands up towards the body. This time we're going to take the hands behind those glutes. Press down on the floor. Just switch the cross in your legs. So your least comfortable leg is forward, removing those squishy parts of the glutes so we can root down through the sit bones. Once again, we inhale, rise those arms. As you lift and lengthen high towards the sky, grow a little taller. And then exhale, forward fold. Perhaps noticing how on this side you might have a little bit more space. And the breath sends itself deep into the belly here. Final inhale. On your exhale, pad those hands back up towards the body. We're going to remove that cushion from underneath the bottom here, place it to one side. Roll over those knees, pad the hands forward, come to find a tabletop position. We're just going to take a little cat-cow to reset the spine. So inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round the back body, gazing towards the belly. This time we'll tuck the toes. Send the tailbone nice and high, soften chest towards the thighs, arriving in your first downward facing dog. Maybe taking a little pedal out through those feet. Again, moving softly to the rhythm of your own breath here. Perhaps closing down the eyes, really feeling into the movement. On your next inhale, right leg rises high to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, step or guide the foot to the outer edge of that right hand. We're going to lower that back knee down and tuck back toes, coming to find our lizard lunge. Now, it can be really nice to bring that cushion back here. Perhaps use your bolster, use blocks, anything you need to support you. Lowering down maybe onto the forearms or maybe staying up on those hands, depending on what feels most appropriate for you. Wherever you are, the crown of the head softens towards the earth as you let the head go. Final inhale. On your exhale, patting back onto the hands, maybe slide that cushion to one side. We're going to tuck back toes, lift the back knee, engage the core as you sweep that right leg high to the sky again. And then the right knee comes to the back of the right wrist. Gently place that calf down. Shuffle left foot to the back of the mat, finding our pigeon. So inhale, we lift, we lengthen, we grow a little taller. Exhale, maybe bringing that snuggly cushion back in as you soften all the way towards the ground. And we're going to be here for 5 breaths. So ensure you're finding a place where you can comfortably breathe. And sometimes these slower, these softer postures can actually feel much, much more challenging. So learning to breathe through those sensations, those discomforts. Releasing the things that don't serve you. Final inhale here. On your exhale, patting the hands up towards the body. Slide your cushion out the way, pressing the hands to the earth. Tuck back toes, lift back knee. We're going to step all the way back to our downward facing, pedaling out through those feet. Wiggling the tailbone from left to right, softening through the shoulders. Coming straight onto the opposite side now once we've reset in this downward facing. Inhale, left leg rises high. Exhale, step the left foot to the outer edge of that left hand. Lower that back knee down and tuck the back toes. Bring in your cushions, your props, your bolsters. As we lower down onto the forearms, if that felt good on the other side, maybe you stay on the hands. selecting those choices, those modifications that suit your body best. And I always like to encourage a little bit of movement when we're in these slower, stretchy postures, helping us to ease into a little bit of new space. Wherever you are, the head hangs heavy, softening the crown of the head towards the earth. And we're here for 2 more breaths. Final inhale. Exhale, tuck back toes, lift back knee. Stretch that left leg high to the sky, 3-legged dog. And then exhale, draw the left knee to the back of the left wrist. Gently place that calf down. Shuffle right toes towards the back of the mat. We're coming back to that pigeon. So inhale, lift and lengthen, grow a little taller. And then exhale, come all the way down to soften. Maybe give that pillow a little cuddle. Really breathing into the side of the glute here. And I love to work with a mantra when I'm breathing into these challenging, stretchy and slow postures. Maybe quietly whispering to yourself, I use my breath to release tension. Three more breaths here. Final inhale. On your exhale, panning back onto those hands, slide your cushion out the way. We're going to press the hands onto the earth, tuck back toes, lift back knee. Step back to our final downward facing dog, pedal out through those feet. Maybe shake the head yes and no. Any sighs, any yawns, any clearing breaths, welcome here. On your next inhale, gaze forward. End of the exhale, take as many teeny tiny steps to come back to a seated position at the top of our mat. And we're going to come into a wide-legged forward bend, so bringing your bolster, your cushion in between those legs, taking those legs nice and wide, externally rotating those thighs. Flex the toes towards the face, and you can take this as actively or passively as you like. We're going to inhale, rise those arms high towards the sky. And then exhale, fold down towards the earth. Nice deep hip opening stretch here. Now this is probably the most uncomfortable forward fold, well for me anyway in yoga, so don't worry about how far you go. Just allowing everything to soften here. We're only here for 2 more breaths. Final inhale. Exhale, patting those hands up towards the body. Slide that cushion to one side. We're going to take those feet to hip width at the top of our mat. Just windshield, wipe those knees from left to right. Let's loosen out through those hips. I know that one was a little bit intense. It certainly was for me. We're then going to place the feet hip width, one hand to each knee. Inhale as we open up through the chest, and then exhale, lower all the way down. When you arrive, can you pick those legs up high towards the sky? Come into a full happy baby here. Noticing the new space in those hips. As we sway a little from side to side, together we're going to take a deep inhale. And then exhale, release the bind, coming all the way down to lie on our backs. An option here to place your bolster, your cushion underneath those knees here to give you a little bit of extra support. Or perhaps there's somewhere else you'd like to place it, maybe between the shoulder blades, opening out through the heart space. As we spend a few moments breathing here in our Shavasana. Holding on to this time, these sensations of stillness, of light and of ease. Feeling our body supported by the unmoving ground beneath us. Slowly starting to bring some awareness, some life back into the room. We're going to wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers. Allow that movement to softly grow, maybe stretching from the fingertips all the way down to those toes. And then tucking those knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around, give yourself a nice big hug. And then rocking onto whichever side feels most appropriate for you. Just spending a moment in that fetal position to notice anything that shifted. In no rush, we'll come to meet at a seated position at the top of our mat, maybe sitting on our cushion again, giving those hips some support. And we're going to close our practice exactly how we began, with a nice clearing and collective breath. Together we inhale, rise the arms high towards the sky. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, draw everything down to Anjali Mudra, hands to heart center, thanking your body, your breath, your precious energy. Coming back to that intention, that one word, whatever it may be. Quietly repeating it to yourself 3 times. And then we bow chin towards the chest, thumbs to third eye, always in gratitude and always in peace. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time.